just like the simulation.
The original Star Wars Battlefront 2 is widely considered to be the fan favourite amongst its plethora of peers.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Acting as a sequel to the first Battlefront game that came out in 2004, Battlefront 2 made its debut in 2005 with a campaign mode that follows the 501st Legion through their transition from clone troopers to stormtroopers. The games were so popular that EA gave them the full remake treatment, with modern graphics and a new original story mode. Whilst I enjoyed the remakes after their many patches and tweaks, the original campaign has eluded me, so I thought it high time to revisit and complete the classic. The franchise is probably best known for the very popular online PvP modes, but I've experienced that before, and it was the story that interested me this time around. I'm only a casual fan of Star Wars, so I was excited to see what the narrative had to offer and see what I'd be able to follow without knowledge of the wider universe. Narrated by Tem Morrison, aka Boba Fett, the story mode is chronicled like a series of war journal entries.
New entry in the war journal.
Unfortunately for me, I have heard Taika Waititi talking, and I could only hear his voice whenever Tem would speak.
It's been said that the 501st got the best of the war. We also got the worst.
Introduce myself, my name is Korg, I'm kind of like the leader in here.
Back to the dropship.
Taika Waititi. It sort of detracts from the experience when all you can picture in your head is Korg from Thor. The game holds up very well, from the gameplay to the visuals. Except the cutscenes, we don't talk about those.
Droids had us outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by a 5-to-1 margin.
What the hell is even that?
It has a very charming style to it, being just cartoon enough for it to feel stylized over realistic. The animations look great, and I found myself having a little chuckle every time I saw my character running in third person. It's just so goofy. Aside from running, you can also roll in order to vary the movement, and there are jetpacks depending on who you choose to play. Extra movement isn't free though, and there is a stamina bar to keep you from being too greedy. For some reason, you have to play on keyboard and mouse for the PC version, and that was a big hurdle for me. Even though I've been a Steam gamer for a while now, I will always play on controller if that option is available. My aim is pretty poor on keyboard and mouse, and that definitely translated here. True to a trooper, eh? You are given the option to play as a wide range of troopers, each with their own kit. My favourite was the engineer, as, I'll admit, I'm not very good at the game, and the ability to spawn health packs came in clutch multiple times. Throughout the chapter, you can also pick up hero points that allow you to purchase more powerful troopers, but I stuck true to my engineer for most of my playthrough. There's also an option to spawn in a special hero character in every level, whether that be Obi-Wan or Darth Vader, and getting to play as them is a real treat. The difference between the specials and the troopers is palpable, really giving the named characters gravitas. Once you die as them, they don't respawn, so you've got to play smart to keep them as long as possible. The gameplay is pretty simple. You shoot things in order to claim control points from the opposite side. Scattered around the maps are medical and ammo droids to keep you topped up, and some levels include vehicles that you can commandeer. There are grounded vehicles such as AT-ATs, which for some reason are called AT-ATs in this game. Is that the canon pronunciation? I don't know. Powerful, but they lack speed and movement to balance it out. There are also flying missions in space that serve as transitional pieces. Flying missions in games have never been my strong suit. Oh my god. No. So I chose to bypass all of the space missions when I could. I can't speak as to whether or not they are well implemented, but they certainly weren't my personal cup of tea. As with most old games, it is a lot harder than it would be if this had come out today. Some missions are incredibly tedious, and failing will result in having to start from the beginning. I would even consider some parts as genuinely unfair, but they are far and few between. Plus, my partner seemed to blitz through sections I struggled with, so maybe it really is just a skill issue on my part. What can't be excused though is the AI. Never have I been more frustrated in having an AI partner. The troopers would rarely follow or do anything at all. I'd find them loitering around whilst I was busting my own arse off trying to beat the objective. Right, so my question is, where are these other 96 people? 79 of them, but where? Like, why is it just me?
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
It was a genuinely good time for the most part, and for someone who doesn't really have nostalgia for the series, I was surprised at how pleasant it still feels to play and experience. The world of Star Wars is always exciting to revisit. And whilst it's not my favourite Star Wars game, I can certainly see why the fanbase remains so passionate for this one over 20 years after release.